Hey guys, what is up? Hope everybody's been having a great day. Super happy to be back with another golf vlog at OMNI Costa, the champ course. Please, if you guys do enjoy these videos, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help out the algorithm and it helps me reach more people. And obviously, I want to reach as many people as possible, entertain and inspire, grow the community as much as I can, you know. So I really do appreciate the engagement on the video. And yeah, it's going to be a really fun course, a really tough course. A lot of great players here. In fact, I was actually I've been practicing a lot, you know, while I've been out here. And one of the guys I kind of became friends with, I'll actually link his Instagram just to shout him out because he's playing awesome right now. He just came back from the OMNI tour, which is basically the Canadian tour. Shot 26 under par to win, which is unbelievable. So yeah, a lot of studs at this course, so it's a player's course. So yeah, let's get into it. I hope you guys enjoy the video. All right guys, so we're here at hole 1 at the the Champions course in Costa. And first hole, it's par 4, 365 yards. And we'll hit 2 balls here so you guys can see the difference. The smart play here is to hit about a 250-yard shot right between those 2 bunkers. And we'll also hit a driver, see if we can get it up and around the green. So not a very good tee shot there, mishit it and just was a little late on it. So I got 152 left. You can actually see where my drive ended up, just right at the pin. So a really good tee shot there up with my driver. So 152 left. I'm gonna be playing for the center of the green here. A little bit of wind up there, so probably gonna hit 50, probably a pitching wedge. Just kind of play for the jump a little bit and see if we can get it close. Alright, so you can see where I landed right there. Wind really got a hold of it and pushed out to the right. That's my drive right there, and we got a really, really crazy little short game shot here. So could be hitting a 62-degree wedge, trying to hoist it over this little slope and get the stop quickly. Alright, so that was a pretty solid up and down there. Nice to have some good short shots around the green this early in the round. Working on it a lot while I've been out here in Costa, so it's been paying off pretty good. On to the second hole, par 5. Hopefully that zooms in properly. Gonna be hitting a cut with the drivers, trying to work it around those bunkers. Alright guys, so went a bit left here, caught a bit of the tree. Not a very good shot, especially because this hole you can miss miles right and definitely don't want to miss left. So the pin is right over that car path. So what I'm going to be doing is taking an 8-iron, trying to play it up and around this tree, give myself about 100 yards left to the green. All right, so pulled left again. Just wanted to make sure I got around that marsh right there, so not super upset with this play. 153 yards left. Gonna be hitting a pitching wedge and Yeah, this has been a crazy hole, so let's see if we can hit a good shot on this hole. So that was an incredibly awkward stance. I almost missed that ball. That was probably a 1.5 feet below my feet. So honestly, not the worst shot to be completely honest with you from where I was. So ball striking just hasn't been good these first couple minutes. So hopefully we can turn it around. This is what we got left to get up and down. Gonna be using a 62-degree wedge. Alright, so that was a really rough hole. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty pissed off. So yeah, I don't know why that hole, just playing it that bad didn't really rub me the right way. So on hole 3, 180 yards, we'll be hitting 8-iron, see if we can actually hit a good shot. So let's see. So I pulled this one a little bit left, but we are still putting. It's definitely going to be a somewhat tough day. The last couple days I've been here, it has been a bit windy, so that'll definitely be a factor. So got about 40 feet. Let's see if we can roll it close to the hole. It's a pretty solid 2-putt there, so not a bad 3. Wasn't the easiest par 3 for sure. Now we're on to hole 4, 370-yard par 4. Gonna be hitting 3-iron at the right edge of that bunker right there. So take a shot. Alright guys, so really good tee shot here. Got us set up nicely. 110, pin's a little bit in front, so we're going to take a 54-degree, throw it a little bit on top of it and let it rip back to the hole. And yeah, we're really going to try to get close here. So really solid shot here. Pretty much played that exactly how I wanted to. You can see the pitch mark right here. And I kicked up a little bit there, spun back. And one of Costa's biggest defenses is really firm greens. So that was really good to be able to bring it to the top of the pin and spin it back a little bit. So got about 10 feet, see if we can make it 3. Alright, so that was tough. I looked at the playback of that video actually real quick and I pulled it a hair, so maybe a 1/4 inch of a pull cost me that putt going in, but it's a game of inches, so you know, we're still learning. So not the worst thing in the world. Now on hole 5, 420-yard par 4. gonna be hitting a 1-iron, and yes, a 1-iron. So I've been out here in California because I'm with Cobra, working on some stuff, getting clubs ready for this coming year. And this is 14 degrees, and this thing is an absolute rocket. To put it in perspective, this club speed on this, I was doing a little demo for some of the Cobra reps and all that stuff a couple nights ago, and we got it up to 137 miles an hour club speed. So this thing's a rocket, probably mid 190s ball speed. We were hitting it 330 pretty consistently. So yeah, I'm excited to unveil it to you guys, and we'll rip it. And this could be a very important club in my bag because this can pretty much replace my driver whenever and wherever I want. So let's send it and let's see if we can hit a good shot. All right, so pretty good shot here. 128 yards left to the pin, a little bit uphill. So probably gonna go with the 48-degree wedge and knock it down a little bit and just flight it in there. You guys can see a pretty cool little view here. There's California desert homes, so pretty cool stuff. So 48-degree wedge, a little bit of wind off the left. Let's see if we can hit a good shot. All right, so a pretty sensible shot here, especially because obviously if you go right, that is no-go. There's a really severe slope kind of right where my putter is here, and my ball landed on that, shot dead left. So it was actually, see if I can find the pitch mark for you guys. But let's see. It landed somewhere around here and kicked dead left and spun back a bit. So we got about, I would say, 30 feet, a little bit up a ridge and over a hill, but we can make this putt. This is actually probably one of the harder par 4s in the course just because of this little green complex. So yeah, let's see if we can roll it in. All right, so that's probably one of the biggest misreads I've ever had in my series. I don't know how that broke that way, but that means it's a really good green complex, very tricky. So that's the importance of practice rounds, guys, because there's no way I would have known unless I'd actually hit putts on that. So still made the putt though, coming back. So on to hole 6, par 5, and this is actually the hole that Cobra had me stationed at. I was down at the whites, which is like a little bit below this tee box, hitting drives for everyone coming through. So a little bit of experience on this hole. Hopefully it pays off. We're gonna be hitting driver, see if we can get it in the fairway. All right, so pretty solid drive here. Just for you guys that are curious, when I was hitting from the whites yesterday, I got a couple for some of the guys coming through right up to that bunker. So a little bit tougher wind conditions today, so not going as far, but still pretty good position here. 202 yards to the pin. I'm thinking this headwind and this fly or lie here will cancel each other out, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit an 8-iron. And yeah, it's all about distance. Let's see if we can hit the right distance. All right, so here's where my ball ended up. I think it landed somewhere around here. Definitely landed on the green. It just took a pretty solid hop over, but not a bad shot at all where I was from there. Getting around the green is the first goal. So now we got a chip. A little quick, so I'm gonna be hitting a 62-degree wedge, put a little bite on it, and we'll see if we can get it close. So a really solid 4 there. Really was happy with my putt. That was a very steady, solid putt. So feeling pretty good about that hole. On to hole 7, 465-yard par 4. You can see the dog leg to the left a little bit. So I'm gonna be taking a driver, putting it right over that left fairway bunker, and should have a wedge in. So let's hit a good shot. All right, guys. Well, this was smoked. You can see it's tee all the way back there. So absolutely smoked this drive. 70 yards left, so just about 400 yards. So really solid tee shot. So with a 70-yard shot, probably gonna go with a 62-degree wedge, get a little bite on it. And guys, this is one of the reasons I've added a 62-degree wedge to my bag, so I can have shorter shots and take fuller swings. It'll give me a little easier time of getting the right touch. So still getting used to the 62-degree wedge, but let's see if we can knock this one close and take advantage of this tee shot. All right, so a little bit long here, as you can see there. But I'll tell you what, if I hit a 58 degree there, that would have been gone. So still a little work to do with my 62 degree in these distances, but I mean, it's 15 feet away. That's not good, but it's not disastrous. So just taking the positives with that. But I can see the 62 degree being a really critical part of my bag, because I'm gonna have a lot shorter shots than most people. So being able to take a fuller swing, put a little more speed on it, is going to be very important for me, especially because I'm just someone who likes to take bigger swings. So yeah, we got about 12-15 feet. See if we can make our 3. All right, so I thought that was gonna go in. Probably just snapped a little bit at the end. I've had a couple really tough edge burners here so far. So on hole 8, 195 yards to the pin. Pin looks like it's slightly in the front on the left, so I'm gonna be hitting an 8-iron. And yeah, see if we can bring it in there close. All right, so it's a bit short right, but not a terrible leave, especially because this is a pretty uphill putt. There's a ridge right along there, so just gotta get up and over that ridge and should be right at the hole. So about 30 feet, see if we can make a good putt. So that was a really good 2-putt there. I didn't realize how hard that putt was gonna be until I walked down to the ball. It looked like there was a tsunami wave of a slope coming at me. So that was a really solid 2-putt there. On hole 9, 415-yard par 4, dogleg right. Gonna be taking driver, trying to peel a cut off of that tree right there, and you can see the greenside bunker there. So I can put it right there on the edge of that fairway with the driver. That'd be perfect. So pretty much perfect tee shot here. Not much left at all, 60 yards. See, just over that bunker. Gonna be hitting a 62-degree wedge, and yeah, it's all about distance. So let's see if we can knock it stiff. So really solid distance here, just kind of let it leak a little bit out and landed right about there and took a pretty tough kick to the right. So still also working on direction, I guess, with these wedges, but not a disastrous shot. Got about 10 feet left from about 60 yards. So another look at a 3, see if we can make it. All right, so that was definitely, did not see it snapping that much at the end, but you know, I don't feel like I'm making bad putts. I'm starting where I want to. I'm just having a little trouble. These are tough greens, so definitely if you play La Costa, it's an awesome course. Those greens are tough, so highly recommended. It's one heck of a challenge for your short game. So now on hole 10, gonna be hitting a 1-iron right over those 2 little stumps of trees right there. To carry that bunker, it's 278, and that tree out in the distance is 314, so I just want to give myself a little breathing room, and we'll still be able to hit this well over 300 yards, so should set us up nicely for our second shot. Guys, remember earlier in the video when I told you that this 1-iron was a rocket? I mean, so let's just do some math here. I have 174 yards left. This hole, if I check the cart, is 556 yards. So that was about 380 yards. Now, admittedly, there's a bit of a corner I cut here, but I can promise you guys, and there's a bit of a tailwind, but I can promise you guys that got no cart path, nothing at all. Probably went legitimately about 350, 360 yards with the wind, obviously, as the crow flies. So this thing's insane. This iron is unbelievable. The engineers did a tremendous job. We've been putting a lot of work in on it. It's been about 3 hours yesterday morning at La Costa's range figuring it out. It's insane. So 174 yards left. I mean, I think I'm just gonna hit like a flip 9-iron. We can be really aggressive here. So an okay shot here, pulled it a bit left, but we have a nice little uphill putt, probably, I would guess about 40 feet. So not a terrible leave at all, you know, from 170, 180, it's okay shot. So let's see if we can hit a good putt, and I'd love to make a bomb here and get you guys a 3. So let's see if we can do it. So a pretty solid hole there, really good pace for that putt. That was actually a pretty tough putt. So yeah, nice little tap in 4 onto hole 11, 367 yard par 4. And gonna be hitting 5-iron right at that bunker. Set myself up with a nice little wedge shot. Alright guys, so a really good tee shot here, right in the middle of the fairway, 100 yards left of the pin. Gonna be taking a 50-degree wedge, throwing it a little bit past the flag and trying to zip it right back at the pin. So yeah, let's see if we hit a good shot. Another really solid wedge shot there. I think the pitch mark is a little bit past the pin. Didn't quite spin back as much as I wanted. I was really thinking, you can see the pitch mark there. I was really thinking when it got up to there, it was gonna spin back to like here, but it spun back a little less. Caught it a hair thin, there's a bit of a tailwind, so that's probably why. But we still have about 10 feet, and I know this is a short par 4, but this is not an easy hole. So you really have to hit good shots and be pretty on target. So yeah, a little bit down the hill, 8 to 10 feet, see if we can can it. It's not the best putt there, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it. What I'm really excited to see myself do is give myself a lot of chances. This is actually a pretty tough golf course. So, yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that. Just looking at the positives. So, now we are on to, I believe, hole 12, 245 yards to the pin. Pretty meaty par 3 here. Have a 5-iron in hand. Just trying to bring it in from the right, and might as well go right at it. Middle of the green. So pretty solid shot there. Caught it a hair heavy with the 5-iron, but it did just carry onto that little mound right there and released onto the green. I don't care where you are on the green. If you're 245 out and you hit a fine green regulation, that's a good shot. And I'm glad I left it a bit short because it's actually pretty back to front green. So kind of pretty much exactly where I was trying to put it. So got about 30 feet up the hill, so we can be aggressive and try to make it in for a 2. A really solid 3, another really great hole to have a tap in par. That's probably the hardest hole in the course, or very close to it. So on hole 13, 392 yard par 4, gonna be hitting a 4-iron right at that bunker right there, the center. Should leave me about 130 to 140 left. All right, so that was not a good shot. Left the face open and missed into the hazard. So to a drop at 81 yards left. Gonna be hitting a 62-degree wedge, throwing it over the pin and zipping it back and see if we can salvage this hole. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really get what happened there. That was a full 62-degree wedge, and yeah, it landed right here and somehow released. There was a headwind, I mean, and there was a backstop for it to spin back. I don't know why that released. I might have caught some, like, one blade of grass right between the club and the ball. So that's my only guess, because that should have been a really great shot, but it just didn't spin back. So I got about a 40-footer, see if we can make our 4. All right, so that was a bit of a disappointing hole there. Just not a good tee shot. Kind of got under it and inside of it and wiped it out to the right. So now we're on to hole 14, 472 yard par 4. We'll be going with driver, kind of working a cut off of that greenside bunker into the right center of the fairway. Okay, guys, I hit it a bit right, but we are okay. 143 yards left. There's a tiny little consideration for a tree problem right. There's a little window right there that I gotta kind of be aware of. But I'm gonna be going with the 48-degree wedge, bringing it in from the right. Should be able to hit a pretty good shot. Alright, it's a pretty good shot here. You can see pitch mark right there. And the ball spun back a little bit. That was definitely a tricky shot because I really had to bring it in from the right to get it around that little tree branch. So a little disappointed on it being a bit short because I was right at it. But, you know, at the end of the day, 475-yard par 4. Anytime you got an uphill 20-foot birdie putt, you've played that hole well. So see if we can roll it in. Alright, so I'm hitting good putts. You know, I don't know what to say. You guys have seen the putts. I mean, a couple of them weren't very good, but a lot of these putts have been pretty close, just not quite going in. And I attribute that to, you know, definitely it was my first time around the course, so it can be tough to make a lot of putts. You know, and also when you're filming, your attention's a little deflected too. But hey, excuses. I'm not making putts. I just got to work on it a little more. So on the hole 15, 340 yards. So I'm gonna be hitting a 5-iron up the middle here. I'm also gonna hit a 1-iron, go for this green, because I know you guys want to see that. So we'll hit both those shots and see where they end up. It's a pretty solid leaf here. That 1-iron was a good tee shot. Unfortunately, the wind blew it a little bit left. It landed right over that bunker, and I'm pretty sure it took a pretty hard kick into the water. Just goes to show that was not a bad shot at all. It was maybe 15, 20 feet offline. When you're swinging that speed, that's very good, accurate, and I'm in the water. So just a good example of why I like to lay back, give myself a wedge, and play for a position, because it's a much easier shot to get into play. So 83 yards left, gonna be hitting a 62-degree wedge, and see if we can scoot it back to that pin. So really good shot here. Landed it just on top of the mound and was able to get it all the way back there. And yeah, that's another really solid shot. I'll tell you, these short holes are not easy. You really have to be sharp. So got about 5, 6 feet. See if we can make our 3. All right, so that was a really good 3 there. Nice to finally make one. It's a little bit longer than 5 feet. So, I mean, that was 6 feet, but I'll take it. So on hole 16, 155 yards. Pretty hole here. We can be hitting a pitching wedge and bring it in from the right. And really, it's all about distance here. So let's see if we can take a shot. Guys, it went a little long. You can see where it landed right there. Yeah, it went really got crazy on it. So not a terrible miss though, because it's definitely have a lot of green to work with. But yeah, I'm feeling the wind now. I didn't feel it as much up there. So Oh well, we can still recover, so see if we can hit a good bunker shot. Alright, so really solid save there. All of a sudden now I'm starting to make putts, so I guess better late than never. So on hole 17, 475 yard par 4. Just started the little bush right there and work it off that with a cut and the driver. Alright guys, so unfortunately I went OB, it looks like. Pretty sure it went in here. Yeah. There's people back on the tee and I don't want to go back there, so I'm just going to take a 2-shot penalty and drop kind of laterally where I think. And I thought that was a pretty good tee shot, that's why I didn't go back and hit another one. I thought it was fine, but yeah. So 111 yards left here, 58-degree wedge. Let's see if we can get out of here and minimize the damage. Yeah, just letting you know, my dad did find it. You can see right there. But yeah, there's people behind me, so I don't want to go down back and hit it again. So it was actually pretty close to where I dropped it. So take that for what you will. So we got about 10 feet left. So kind of sucks. I think we would have definitely found it, and this might have been for birdie instead. But oh well. I know you guys watch for scores sometimes, but I like to think you guys mostly watch just for entertainment, so I don't really care too much either way. So just here to entertain you guys. So we got about 12-footer, see if we can save this putt, and yeah, move on to our last hole. Alright guys, well we've made it to hole 18, 570-ish yard par 5, dead back into the sunset. So I'm going to be starting at the left center, dead back into the wind as well. So left center, and then cut it into the center of the fairway with the driver. Guys, so pretty good tee shot here. I'm really glad we had a headwind because I had no clue there was water up there on the left. So definitely gonna be hitting a 1-iron from now on. Again, that's why practice rounds are so critical. You're really playing blind your first time around a course. So that's one of the things I always struggle with these vlogs is, you know, only get one try around the course. So we got 270 yards left. Sorry for that glare on the lake, that is pretty brutal. You can see the pin there on the left, so we're going to be hitting a 2-iron. A bit of a headwind, but we should be able to get there. Well, pulled it a bit left, but that was definitely the miss, because I think right is water. So I'm going to have a pretty difficult shot here, but there's a bit of a backstop, so if I catch it the right way, I can definitely hit it close here and kind of see what I'm faced with. So you can see not a lot of room, but can definitely hit close. 62-degree wedge, just gotta get a little spin. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that round. It was a lot of fun. Shout out to OMNI Costa for having me on. It's been a really fun trip with Cobra in general, you know, getting to meet all the staff, all the guys for the first time, because obviously I'm based out of the East Coast and a lot of their companies out of the West, so it's tough to get together sometimes. But yeah, not a bad round, pretty solid all around. Depends how you want to count that 17th hole, but you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. I just had a lot of fun, and I know I got a little better, so I don't worry too much about the score. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that, please keep liking video, please keep subscribing, and I'll keep putting them out. So that being said, I'll see you guys next time.